Hi everyone, it's Ileana and I have a super easy card to share. I want to use up as much of my old pattern paper. This is like from last year or the year before. I have a couple of, more than a couple, quite a few of the Lawn Fawn Petite paper pads. So I am going to try to use up as much as I can. So I'm digging through my stash and I've put them all into this little container. And I'm going to pick the oldest one, which is the Lawn Fawn Let's Bokeh in the Snow. I did find one store that still had it in stock, and so I did post it in the description. So you'll be able to click the link and get it if you want it. But chances are you probably already have it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting this glitter paper from Concord and Ninth. It is the Pearl from their Neutrals pack. And I'm using the Hero Arts Snowflake Edge Fancy die. And I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to run it a couple of times because it's the glitter paper and it's a very intricate die. And so I'm just changing the direction of the die so I get a good cut through all of the little areas. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing with white cardstock, and that way I can layer it all up. So I do about 2 or 3 layers of this one die just to have some dimension. And it does have a lot of little bitty pieces, so I'm using my craft pick to poke it all out. Once I have that all done, I'm going to cut out the sentiment out of some red glitter paper. This glitter paper is just from Hobby Lobby. It's just the generic kind that you find there. And I'm going to just cut it out one time. I've cut out my panel from the Let's Bokeh in the Snow with the Lawn Fawn large rectangle die. And I'm just putting all my pieces together, and I'm just going to stamp this Mary from the Simon Says Stamp Happy Christmas. It is an older stamp set, but it is still available at Simon. And I'm just going to get everything positioned so I know where to put my stamp. And I've lined it up, and I want to double check that it is straight. So I'm using my grid paper. I did cut out the panel using the large Lawn Fawn rectangle die, and I'm using the VersaFine Clair Glamorous. It is a sticky ink, and so it will hold embossing powder. For the embossing powder, I'm using the Wow Red Glitz Embossing Glitter. It does have some loose glitter in there, so you do want to wipe away any of that glitter before you heat set it. I pulled out my heat gun and I warmed it up, and then I just realized that when I hit it from the top, it blows the glitter off, so I'm just going to heat it from below, and you can see it still melts the powder. Once it's all taken care of, I'm just going to assemble my card. I have all my pieces stacked up together. I did use a liquid adhesive, and now I'm just tacking it down. I'm going to take my Christmas die and I'm going to spray some adhesive on it, and I'm just going to drop it down with my tweezers, and I'm just going to position it all up. I did add the tittle, the dot to the eye, and I did add some random snowflakes that were from the Lawn Fawn mini snowflakes. And here are all of the cards that I made. So for the other panels, I did use white embossing powder, and I did do the Christmas in white. For the blue panel, I did do that in red as well. And that one's crooked, so I'm going to have to fix that later. But I did get about 26 cards done. And for the inside of the card, I mounted my Mama Elephant Merry Christmas Wishes inside my MISTI. And I just whizzed right through all of these. I did stop and trim off some of the edges, but I did do all of these right in a row. And if you can plan your Christmas cards this way, you can get a lot of them done quickly just by using the MISTI to stamp your multiples. Here is the last look at the final card, and I'll show you a bonus. This card was made using the Snow Day from Lawn Fawn, which was also in my stash. I just picked out some pattern paper and I used the Say Cheese die to create a shaker, and I just added some beads to the inside. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that like button. Have a great day.